Tonight on Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Good morning, all family!
A family triumphs over tragedy after a devastating accident.
Former Wichita State baseball player Carl Hall was left paralyzed by an accident.
Your whole world can change in an instant. Everything that we knew is totally backwards.
I fully intend to recover, and I want to push that as much as I can.
Come on, guys!
Now, an all-star lineup rallies together to help one of their own get back in the game.
Meet Mr. Derek Jeter.
Oh my God!
You're a pretty good player too, huh?
That just blew me away.
Tonight, you are being inducted into the Shockers Hall of Fame.
He's still a dad, a husband, a coach. The possibilities are endless with this house.
All right, so guys, Paige, Polly, Jillian. Right now, we're traveling through Wichita, Kansas, on our way to meet the Hall family. Right now, they're dealing with a horrible tragedy that would tear most families apart. Take a look at this, and you'll see why we're here.
Carl and I were high school sweethearts. He played every sport. I was a cheerleader for every sport. We continued dating through my senior year and all through college.
Carl Hall was a player for us from 1990 until 1994.
Shot into right field. Carl Hall, oh my, what a catch.
He went after every fly ball as if it were a piece of raw meat that he hadn't eaten in 6 months. He started coaching, and he and Stacy moved on to have a family.
We have 4 absolutely beautiful kids. Megan, who is 16, Madison is 14, Logan is 11, and then there's McLean, she is 9.
We had the most perfect family, but everything changed on June 26th.
It was a Saturday, and I had a basketball tournament in Norwich. We all piled in the car. I had been driving with my learner's permit. Dad was in the passenger seat. It was just a straight line that we were going down. The wheels on the car started to shake. I was hitting the brake, and the car flew up in the air and landed first on Dad's side. It was terrifying. I said, "Dad, are you okay?" And he said, "I can't feel anything from my neck down." There was something seriously wrong.
Former Wichita State baseball player Carl Hall was left paralyzed by an accident. The Hall's SUV went out of control in Kingman County.
When my neck broke, I heard it crack, and I knew instantly what had happened.
He sustained a broken neck, and that broken neck was a catastrophic injury. He was paralyzed from the neck down.
I don't have feeling about mid-shoulder down.
He wants to hug his children, and right now he isn't able to do that.
When I found out that my dad was paralyzed, the first things I could think of was he's not going to be able to catch with Logan in the front yard. I was scared that he wasn't going to be the same person he was before.
Megan is a very strong girl. She totally understands that it is not her fault.
We don't dwell on what was. We work on what we got to do and move forward. I fully intend to recover, and I want to push that as much as I can.
In my career as a nurse, it's been 10 years. I've never met anyone so positive.
Humor's what I own right now, and I enjoy making people laugh. I don't have to do dishes anymore, and I don't have to clean anymore. Actually, this is a pretty good gig. I didn't realize how good I had it till right now. So.
Just because my dad's in a wheelchair doesn't mean he's any different. He still cracks jokes. He's always doing something crazy. He can still be a coach.
Might want to jump off that right foot.
Carl is not a quitter, even when all odds are against him. The accident has really affected us. We had a bi-level. Right when you come in, you either go up or down, and obviously you couldn't go up or down. So we are currently living in a rented condo. I keep getting medical bills. It has put a huge strain on everything financially.
It's disheartening that I couldn't go back into my home. The only option was to sell it.
He's not a different person. He just has a different way of doing things now, and we need a place where we can fit those needs.
Part of teaching is teaching him other ways to do things, and how to be a strong person and learn to adapt. When you got lemons, you got to make lemonade, and I really like lemonade, so that's the philosophy we got to go by.
That's inspirational.
Carl just refuses to let his injury get anybody down.
But it's probably the same thing that made him such a wonderful athlete that makes him exactly who he is.
Well, the cool thing is, Carl is giving a little pep talk to his old baseball team at Wichita State. Well, that's where we're going to surprise the family and give them the good news they so desperately need.
Nice.
So what do you say, people? Bring it in here. Are you with me?
With you.
Well, then let's do it! This week, we're surprising the family at a really cool spot. We're actually going to the indoor baseball facility at Wichita State University. This is where Carl was an all-star baseball player. Carl's there giving a pep rally speech to the new baseball team starting their season. I really wanted to make sure that we sort of shock the family, and they have no idea we're coming.
I thought maybe I could come out here and take a few fly balls, but there's a liability issue with hitting line drives at guys in wheelchairs, so you think, you know, hey, I can't do this, you know, grind it out. A month ago, I could just barely do this. You know, I'm doing this now. Because you work hard at the things you do well, but you should work harder on the things you don't do well. It's very humbling to go through this experience and to see all the people that are here. We're extremely thankful.
I can't even put into words what it's going to mean to us. And we're just, I just can't even think. I just...
She cries a lot.
So glad we could do this for you. And of course, we're gonna have a lot of help, including one person who is leading the charge this week. And I'm talking about our builder, Bob Cook, with Bob Cook Homes. Bob, come on out here.
You spent your life serving other people, stepping up to the plate time and again to help people build their dreams. Bob Cook Homes is going to step forward and help you build a new dream. We're going to build you a new home. God bless you.
I appreciate it, Bob. Thank you.
So here's what I think we gotta do. Let's take a ride over and check out the condo that you guys have been living in. See if we can't make some changes. Sound like a good idea?
Sounds great.
You guys ready to get this thing started?
What happened to the Hall family is unthinkable. A lot of us would wonder how we could even make it through such a tragedy. The really wonderful thing about Carl is after all they've been through, he maintains such a great sense of humor. That attitude can take you anywhere.
So this is where you guys have been living?
Since we got back from the hospital.
Can you clear me up on what some of these are? Like, I know to move, you blow into this and you move forward, right?
Right. I do a smaller puff to turn right. I sip on it to go left, and if I sip on it real hard, that makes me go backwards.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, here's what I think we gotta do. Let's check out the inside. Wow, sort of a narrow hallway.
It's very tight.
I gotta worry about these doorknobs, too. You can turn just a little bit.
And that's your sort of shower chair?
Yep.
How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I mean, how long does it take?
It's at least 3 hours.
Wow. I got to see a sneak peek of a day in the life of Carl. Just getting up in the morning and having to deal with trying to get into a very narrow bathroom. It's not the most independent situation. The minute we can make it easier for him to get into the shower, get into the bathroom, he's really gonna be able to greet the day in a whole new way.
We are sleeping in a finished garage.
Thank God for the heater, because there's a lot of times I sit in front of it and just let it blow on me.
Oh, the heater?
Yeah, because I can't regulate my heat. Temperature controlled area is really a must.
Wow. So you guys have...
That's her bed, and you're sitting right there on mine. It's difficult not being able to sleep in the same bed with my wife, of course. Right. But she snores just the same, right there. So...
Oh. So this is your room?
Yeah. So this is your room?
Oh, wait. You guys share a room?
Yeah. I know the entire family, big sports fans here, right? Hey, Logan, right behind you, got a photograph there. Who is that?
Me and my dad at a baseball tournament.
Nice.
You also play sports, right?
I do soccer, softball, and basketball.
I get the sense that you like some bright colors.
Neon and zebra.
Who's this here and here?
Max.
And what is Max, a lizard?
I got it for my birthday.
His family loves sports. Carl, who was an All-American athlete, is no longer able to throw balls so his son can become a better hitter. And this week, we need to change that.
Okay, this is where Madison and I sleep.
Girls like clothes, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Fashion.
I'm into purses.
And shoes. I love sparkly shoes.
I like bright neon colors. My dream job would probably be the interior designer.
Okay, I like that.
Well, what is this?
That's a yearbook from 1989.
That's your
That's my senior year, her junior year.
There's a senior picture.
Oh my God, I love the tie.
Look at this big hair.
Oh, yeah.
Is that you? That is awesome.
Went on a date on February 11th of 1989.
It's pretty awesome. Not too many males I know that know exactly the date.
Well, she won't let me forget it, so.
So, is this you playing?
That's me and a friend of mine.
Just curious, I'm like, who your sort of role models are.
Well, the one that sticks out in my mind is Derek Jeter. That's one guy that inspires me. I think he puts it all out there every day.
Wow.
When I saw your dad, I did not expect him to be so positive and so motivating.
Oh, yeah.
And
he is a fighter. Like, no matter what situation you give him, he's gonna find a way to accomplish it. Like, in the beginning, I was pretty upset. It was kind of, this was all my fault sort of thing. Because, I mean, I was the driver of the car.
Right.
He talked to me about it, and he was like, listen, there's nothing you could have done. There's always something that you can find, like, your family to cling to, and that they're always there for you. It helps so much.
In all your wildest imagination, you would have never thought you'd be in this situation.
Never. Never in a million years would I think this. Your whole world could change in an instant, and that's exactly what happened. Everything that we knew is totally backwards. I try to do the best I can to still be a wife and a mom. I don't fail. I refuse to fail, so failure really isn't an option. I do the best I can, so.
Give me a hug. All right. I'm sorry. I think Carl used to be the rock. He used to be the one everybody in the family turned to. Well, now all that weight is on Stacy's shoulders. This week, I really want to be able to take some of that weight off. So come on, guys. They've been through a lot. They're all still healing. But I think in a new home, with a new beginning, that healing can really begin. So I would imagine you're pretty curious on exactly where you're going on vacation, right? You guys are going to the Walt Disney World Resorts in Orlando, Florida! So let's get you guys mounted up and off on vacation. Sound good? All right, guys, have fun. We'll see you in a week. Bye, guys. This house is coming together quickly. I mean, it's only day 2, but because we're building on a new donated plot of land, we're giving the family more space and definitely more accessibility for Dad than that old temporary apartment that only had 2 bedrooms. This is definitely the fresh start the family truly needs. Since the family was basically living in a temporary rental home, clearly we're not going to tear that down. So we get to start from scratch. And the great news is somebody has donated a plot of land, which means we can start building this home earlier than we thought.
All right? Whole idea behind this room is we embrace all kinds of sports. We're gonna have lockers over here, okay? Over here is a Murphy bed that'll fold out. Right here is a desk, which is a hamper, and then we have a logo for all of his different teams. Logan's the Lizards. All right, Murphy bed, I need 2 people over here behind me. So we got lockers. One's basketball, baseball, football. Okay, let's all put it in here now. Ready, you guys? 1, 2, 3.
Logan's Lizards! All right, girls, you guys are Megan's best friends. So in her room, I'm kind of going for like a city loft feel. What I'm thinking is that we do kind of a collage of pictures of her and all her friends. Megan has been through a lot. Can't imagine having this horrible accident, but it wasn't her fault. And Megan has found a way to move past it. So she turned to you guys.
Like at the hospital, we were all there. Yeah. Just seeing our faces and everything, it just helped her. I mean, she's one of the strongest people I know. Like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I love her.
All right, girls, let's keep on cutting. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Design team, come on out here for a second. I got a special project I want to talk to you guys about. So, I mean, here's the thing. Carl, All-American baseball player, All-American athlete.
What's going on there?
Seriously,
What is going on?
Just let me finish. Okay, this guy's an all-around athlete. His family, they're all about sports. I think that they need something special that represents them. Guys, come on out here!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
The doors of these containers open up, and here are all these mascots coming running at us. Tigers and then birds. It was actually very, very funny.
Your challenge is to come up with the Hall family's own mascot. Knock it out of the park.
They're all silent.
Well, we tried to get some advice from the mascots, but they don't really talk. So there was a lot of hugging, a lot of nodding, a lot of jumping up and down. It wasn't the easiest conversation that we've had.
Well, we have to come up with something that represents the family. I mean, let's think. They don't give up. They're funny.
What if it's one big whoopee cushion?
The family should be Max the lizard.
Max the lizard?
Yeah, I mean, we should build a costume just like Max.
Do you like a lizard as a mascot?
Do you like that idea? Nice.
All right.
Very, very good.
Let's go. Woo!
We didn't even get to talk. You're a chipmunk? No, you're a beaver?
I like the railroad one. Me and my family haven't been on vacation since the accident, and it was such a blast to be there with him.
Hello. Hi.
We met the Disney characters.
Thank you, honey.
I did my Donald Duck talk to Donald.
Hello?
Hey, family, it's Ty.
Hi, Ty.
Carl, I know how much your family loves sports, and I know how much you love baseball. Well, here's the thing. It is spring training right now. So we've got something planned for you guys that I think is going to be a home run. Go through that gate and enjoy yourself.
Oh my gosh,
Nice. How pretty it is.
it's so green.
When I found out that we were going to spring training, I knew it was going to be cool. I played the game for a long time. Just to be back in a ball stadium, it pepped me up a little bit. It was pretty cool. Don't you just want to roll around on it, Logan? I thought we were on carpet when we walked out there. The field was beautiful. It's fun to see you guys in person, not just on the tube.
It was just great. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
There you go. Being back on the field, that meant a lot to me. Logan put a bunt down for me, and I was able to take off to first base. And I don't think anybody threw me out, so his base hits, as far as I'm concerned.
Hall family, how are we doing? Good. Huh? The spring training tour is going well?
Yes.
Yeah?
I know how important baseball is to the Hall family, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go down there and see if I can't get Carl's favorite player to come in and say hello.
We thought while you were down here on this little spring training tour, it'd be nice for you guys to go ahead and meet Mr. Derek Jeter.
Oh my God!
Carl, how you doing, buddy? Gate opens, and boom, it's Derek Jeter, my favorite ball player, you know? And we just started talking. Your work ethic and just being a good role model. Other ball players look up to that kind of stuff.
Thank you, don't jinx me.
I don't think there's going to be a problem with that, buddy.
You're a pretty good player too, huh?
I play good baseball. It was really special. I do admire the way the guy plays the game, the way he works hard, and how he handles himself on and off the field. So I really enjoyed that. Certainly appreciate you coming out here, Derek.
Thank you.
Chief Carl, best wishes. Derek Jeter, awesome. I got one for you here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You take care.
What I love is the accessibility for Carl. He can go anywhere in the house because of this.
Oh, great.
This is the elevator shaft. So once this is in, he's good to go.
With the Hall's love of sports, we're setting them up in the backyard. Batting cage back here, but Wichita, the weather can get very, very tough. We've actually given them a year-round training facility. And over here, we have what we're calling Carl's Corner. He's gonna be able to coach his kids. That's how you make champions.
Absolutely. So you guys are related to Carl, right?
He's my baby brother.
One thing's for sure is that the love him and Stacy have is just undeniable. This week, my goal is to really give Carl and Stacy a bedroom highlighting just what a beautiful story they really are. They're just in love.
She's the only girl he ever loved.
They've been by each other's side for so long, and they've been through a lot. It really is that beautiful all-American story, and I want this room to define that. Underneath here is actually these old barn doors, which when you open them up, it will be sort of like an homage to their love. I want it to really look like a yearbook page, you know? So you guys think I'm on the right path with this?
Absolutely. That's wonderful.
Yeah, they'll love it. And it makes me cry.
How's it going?
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
Isn't he cute?
Oh, and he's got attitude.
Oh, nice.
Hallzilla!
Hallzilla, nice.
So these are the scales for our family mascot.
Our challenge is to make a mascot for the Hall family. We want it to be bigger than life, to be beefy, to have muscles. He has to be Hallzilla.
Got his hands. We've got the feet. You think we're at the tail end of this project?
I think so, Jillian.
It's looking incredible on the inside, but what I also love is the family has a place outside where they can really spend some time together, and he'll be able to get his wheelchair down this, and he'll be able to come all the way down easily. And the batting cage is down at the bottom.
There's nowhere he can't get on this property.
My goal this week is not only about building a house, it's about giving Carl freedom and independence and the ability to reconnect with his family. So Paige, this is Brent, and he's been working on the thought that maybe we can actually get Carl back to be able to play baseball with his kids. It's basically all through blowing air in this tube, right?
Exactly. We've taken basically a standard pitching machine and we've modified it so Carl can control it directly from this unit, just from sipping and puffing.
We figured out a way that Carl may be able to use a pitching machine to be able to literally pitch balls to his kids, be like the coach that he is. It's going to give him that thing that he misses. He'll be able to be part of his kids playing sports again.
It'll go from a fastball
to a slider,
to a curveball to a slider. He's going to be able to really tweak it up.
My name is Brent Bushnell, and I work with a group called Sin Labs that's basically an idea factory. Carl currently controls his wheelchair from a sip and puff, and we figured we could use a pitching machine that would be controlled from a sip and puff controller.
Literally being able to pitch a ball to his son. Having that connection has been lost since the accident. We're going to be able to give him back that gift. This has never been done. For Carl, this could be groundbreaking because it's really going to get him back in the game. Let us know when you got this thing up and running. I want to test it out.
Great.
All right.
Let's go a little bit. Cool. Thanks, guys.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. Good job.
John, how are you, man?
It's great. Ty, how are you?
Awesome. So this is Nelson Field, right?
Yes.
And this is where Carl played when he was a kid, correct?
That's correct.
So this week, we're building a house for Carl and the family, but we also wanted to do something honoring Carl because he loves being involved with youth athletics. So John Burke is the guy who oversees everything at Nelson Field.
We've had some budget cuts to deal with, and it's just hard to fix all the things that need fixing here.
Well, you know what? I think I've got an idea that may just change that. And I think it's something the family would definitely like to hear about. Hello, Hall family. Now, Carl, where we're standing right now is Nelson Field, and I know that's where you played baseball as a kid. We know how important sports and community are to you guys. Now, this is John Burke. He really is much like you, loves to give back and connect with kids through athletics, but he needs help. John, the Sears Blue Tool Crew has created the Do It Together campaign that celebrates unsung heroes. Because of what you do in this community, the Sears Blue Tool Crew are donating $30,000 to fix up these fields.
That's fantastic.
So congratulations, John. You're the first unsung hero in the Do It Together campaign.
That was a pretty cool deal.
Carl, Stacy, kids, because of your undying spirit both on the field and off the field, the folks in this community decided to rename all these fields under your family name. The Hall Family Sports Complex!
When I realized that they had dedicated the field to my family, that made me feel great. Youth athletics is where a lot of young people learn life lessons, and that's what it's all about.
I think there's just one thing left to say. Play ball!
If you or someone you know deserves a home makeover, go to abc.com to apply to be on the show.
So as you can see, the exterior of the house is really coming along. We're doing sort of a modern ranch style, which is going to be neat because it's going to look like an old barn, but completely new technology inside.
Okay, we have half of our desk here for Maddie and McLean's room. One's sort of a tomboy, the other one really wants to be an interior designer. So what I've decided to do is take all these elements that are sports related and design related, paint them, put them here on the desk, and then cover it with a clear plexi box.
So we're painting them neon.
Oh, forgot to tell you, they both love neon. So that way we can have the best of both worlds.
Perfect.
Let's get painting.
Okay, you've hooked it up, so just by sipping and blowing,
He's able to not only activate it, but then he can put it into a mode that controls these speeds. Little sips.
Sip and puff is almost like Morse code. A long puff, a short puff means something. You can combine them, stitch them together into its own little language. Carl can control this. One short puff controls the speed, and then a long puff puts it into a mode where the balls can be fired with just little short puffs after that.
it was so cool to see that you really could control the pitch. This is going to be Carl being able to pitch to his kids, giving him back something that means so much. This could be one of the greatest gifts we give him this week.
Foul tip.
The Hall family loves spending time together, so I went to Sears to pick up some great patio furniture. This is going to be the cherry on top of it all. We have pretty much everything we need, except for really cool furniture for the backyard.
You have a whole new line of stylish patio furniture.
I love these colors. They go so good with the home. Great quality fabric. It's comfy, too.
It's furniture you can relax in.
Well, I think we should take the whole set.
I'll go get it ready.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, I know we're dealing with a lot of wires. This is the voice activation unit that's going to be for Carl so that he can open a door, lower a light, raise the temperature of the thermostat. The universal remote for everything in the house will be his voice.
Yes.
Awesome, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Holly, we need to finish Hallzilla.
I've tried everything. He's just not coming to life.
We got to get him done now.
Gotta do it.
I got an idea.
Okay.
Girls, clear, clear.
Okay.
It's alive! You good right there? Yeah.
I think I can handle finishing the rest of the house.
Okay.
There's something really important I think the family needs to see before they come here. Why don't you guys go over there, show the family that, then we'll bring them home. All right? I'll finish up here.
Welcome back, you guys.
Hello.
We thought it'd be a great idea to bring the family home a little bit early and give them a really big surprise.
We got a basketball game going on tonight.
I heard that.
We're taking the family to Carl's alma mater, Wichita State, to give Carl a very big honor.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. Please give a warm, warm welcome to my new superheroes, the Hall family.
We have a special announcement for you guys. With an all-American baseball career here at Wichita State, tonight you are being inducted into the Shockers Hall of Fame.
It was very cool watching Carl get honored and be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Knowing that we have so much support is where we draw our strength from. This community has been so good to us. It's so overwhelming, and we will forever be grateful.
You know, I appreciate everything the city's done for me and my family. And this Shocker community is the best in the country.
Well, I actually have some more news for you guys. Wichita State is proudly providing you guys with full four-year scholarships for all the kids. You guys are all going to school. Woo!
Family takes care of their own. What they've done here tonight is take care of a family member and his family. I'm extremely humbled by the whole process.
Go Shockers!
The community has been absolutely great throughout this whole ordeal. That's very cool to know that people care that much and they're there to support my family. They're like our little guardian angels. They're always there. Before you fall, they're gonna catch you.
You guys are finally going to have a home where you can have that accessibility that you need.
Sounds like a great idea.
You know what to say? Say it with me. Here we go. Bus driver, move that bus!
Seeing the house for the first time gave me such a feeling of relief. Our old house wasn't really accessible. There's just so much that you take for granted every day is now given back to us. And
The new house for Carl and me and my family is going to be so wonderful.
That looks great.
If you love the house, please give a big hug to our builder, the guy who led the charge this week, Bob Cook and his whole crew from Bob Cook Homes.
Can't wait till you guys see the home.
Thank you.
I'm very inspired by Carl. He's had all the everyday things that we have in our life that we take for granted taken away from him. And if we could all be as positive as he is in our life, it'd be amazing what we could attain.
So guys, I've been waiting to say this all week. Hall family, go check out your brand new house.
All right.
Will do.
Oh my God. This is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
It's so
gosh. There's lemonade.
The house is going to mean we can get a sense of normalcy back that we really hadn't had since the day that I got injured. As soon as I saw the kitchen area and all the lemons, I knew what was being represented. You get handed something that may not be the best, but you can do something with it. That's the Lemons to Lemonade, saying that we're believing in life.
Oh my gosh. Look.
The movie theater. Popcorn.
Look at all of this.
I immediately realized that I'm going to be a lot more independent in this house. I can get around the table. I can get into any of the rooms. I don't have to work as hard to live in my own home.
Look at the fireplace. People wrote these.
So Hall family, what do you think of your new house?
Pretty sharp.
Your fireplace is actually wrapped with 250 home plates that have been signed by all these volunteers this week, your whole community.
That's awesome.
What I think is also kind of neat is some of the stuff that you can't see. And for that, I want Paige to explain some really cool stuff to you guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey. Our friends at CVS Pharmacy know how important Carl's independence is to you, Carl, and to the rest of the family. So they've equipped the house with state-of-the-art supplies, technology, and equipment so that you can continue to have your independence and get around, including a therapy room for you.
That's great, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And an elevator.
That's crazy.
So you can go anywhere you want in this house. But probably the coolest part is there are over 250 voice activation controls throughout your house. With the sound of your voice and your voice only, you can turn on the lights, you can control the TV, open doors, even control the climate in here. Isn't that pretty cool?
That is outstanding.
Do you want to give it a try?
I do.
Okay. But the first, let's try an easy one. So let's say lights off.
Lights off.
Oh, that's cool.
Lights on. There they go.
So basically, you're sort of in control of this house, Carl.
That's the way I like it. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is fantastic. Voice activation is going to take my frustration level down a little bit, because that's one thing that I struggle with, is having to wait on people to do things for me. Where now everything that everyone else can use their hands for, I can use my voice for. So that's irreplaceable to have that type of independence. That means a lot to me.
Do you guys like what you've seen so far?
Yeah, this is great.
Would you like to see a little bit more?
Yes.
Well, good, because there's a lot more house to see. Guys, go check out the rest of your house!
Oh my gosh. I love this. Oh my gosh. Max. Cool.
Number 13 in your program, number 1 in your heart, Logan. Oh!
Logan's Lizards, huh? Now, what's missing? I mean, it is a bedroom.
A bed.
Right?
Uh-huh, that's cool.
I love my room a lot. There were little lockers, and I had my own sports team. It said Logan's Lizards. That is so cool.
I was so psyched about my room. It was awesome. Lainey's side was all black, and then my side was all white. And our desks had items in there that represented each of our personalities, and it had these neon lights everywhere.
I'm gonna love this forever. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna leave.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at all the shoes. Oh my goodness. I like all of the pictures. And like, oh God. My bed. When I saw the stairs leading up to my bed and was reading all the words, and the first thing I thought, I'm like, that's my dad. Dad inspires me to the millionth degree. That's just like a little helpful reminder to me. There's so many different things that can go on, and you just have to keep going.
Door open.
Oh my gosh. Kansas sweethearts. Wow.
Big old bed there.
What a duo. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wow.
February 11th, 1989 is just the start of our whole lives together. We have been inseparable since then, and we've only gotten stronger every day.
Wow.
That's actually from your yearbook.
It says, I want to be with you forever. I don't care if you get fat, get gray hair, or catch fleas. I love you. Oh, that's funny. I forgot how funny it was. The master bedroom is full of a lot of cool things. There was a long, mushy note in the yearbook. You know, I haven't read those words that I wrote to my wife in 22 years. It spoke to how I really felt at the time, and it's how I really feel now about my wife, Stacy. It was pretty cool. It just brought back a lot of memories.
Talk about stepping up to the plate. Our friends at CVS Pharmacy did that for us this week. You're going to have the technology here that will allow you to be more independent.
That's great.
You see this track here? Takes you from this bed here to the bathroom. That's usually what, like a 3-hour morning ordeal, right?
Yes.
With everything that they've taken care of here, it's going to cut that time into half.
Sounds awesome.
A bed that, with voice control, takes your side, lifts it up, lifts it down. Because of your body temperature and how you have to worry about that, all over here, we're going to see heat lights.
So another great thing is that we've hooked up all the critical elements in your home, the heating, the cooling, the voice activation, to a permanent generator, which means you'll always have power when and where you need it.
That's great.
Sharing a bed is going to be huge. I'll be able to feel him breathing and his heartbeat, and I haven't been able to do that, so it will be wonderful.
Now, tell the bathroom door to open.
Bathroom door open.
Check this out. This track takes you from bed to bathroom.
We can have you in this, or your caretaker, whether it be Stacy or a nurse, can lower you into this tub. This goes down. So then once you're in, you pull this up, and becomes a bath.
That's awesome.
After going through the accident and Carl's injury, having this house means everything. Carl can do things on his own. He's still a dad, a husband, a coach, a best friend, and the possibilities are endless with this house.
This is incredible.
Coming up.
A batting cage!
I never thought that'd be possible to pitch to my son again.
Come on, Logan.
That is pretty cool.
All family meet Hallzilla!
To find out how you can support inspirational families in your community, just like the Hall family, go to abettercommunity.com.
So guys, check out your new backyard.
Oh my gosh.
Sears hooked you guys up with all new patio furniture. You guys can hang out as a family, have friends over, grill out, and of course, you've also got a batting cage!
Woo!
Sweet. So we've also added really cool technology to it to allow you to be able to pitch to your kids.
Oh my gosh.
By using this technology that you already have in your wheelchair, you know, just by sucking in or puffing out,
right,
you can control whether it's a fastball, a curveball, knuckleball. Do you want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Okay.
You ready, Logan? Get closer to the plate.
See, it's already spinning the wheel. See how it's moving? Here we go.
Come on, Logan.
Oh! Nice!
That's sweet.
Dad pitched the ball and I hit it. I felt really good. I was like, wow, I'm actually playing sports with my dad again.
That is pretty cool. If I can be out here and participate, and I think that's a pretty big deal. I never thought that'd be possible to be able to pitch to my son again. But to have the sip and puff to do that, it was overwhelming. I saw Logan's face light up when he swung the bat, so that was very fulfilling for me.
We know how much you guys love sports, so we want to give you a place that you can actually enjoy that on these cold Kansas days. Guys, go check out that room!
Oh
my
gosh. Yeah. Oh my God.
Look at all their numbers.
family's very close. We work together and we all lift each other up and help each other just like a team would. We got our own indoor court, which is awesome because we all play sports and it's heated, so my dad can go in there too.
I love it!
It's huge. It's really cool.
So guys, what do you think of your indoor sports room? Isn't this awesome? You got a little bit of everything. You got basketball, volleyball, even soccer if you want. It's got everything. Polly, why don't you show him Carl's corner? Take a look.
Plexiglass will keep you protected in here, which is terrific. All your screens showing what's going on here on the court. And then here, you notice, you can see down to the batting cage. You see one of your tubes here?
Yep.
You can make pitches from here.
Whoa. The technology behind this, all this stuff is outstanding, and I never would have thought this possible, you know?
It's really cool because my dad can coach.
I love it.
Like, I'll be outside in a batting cage and he will be inside and he can still pitch the ball. And it's really cool.
So this week, I had a challenge for the design team because in many ways, you guys are like a team. And you need, well, something that sort of represents that. Hall family, meet Hallzilla!
Hallzilla.
I can't believe we have a mascot. Logan, I think, was the most excited. Like, he was like, there's a giant lizard with my last name written on the back.
I think that's my mascot. I don't think it's theirs.
This room here, I'm sure will get used quite a bit. I'm gonna need help with some layups, but I think the kids will. I've taught them enough they can instruct me, I think. So, it's gonna be nice.
Well, I guess there's just one thing left to say. Welcome home, Hall family. Welcome home.
Yay. Play ball. That is awesome, isn't it?
To find out more about the products used on tonight's show, go to abc.com. Air transportation provided by Southwest Airlines. Next week, an angel of her community fosters over 25 kids and takes on feeding the homeless.
We try to make enough for 75 people.
In this kitchen?
And we roll in with some help of our own.
I'm proud to announce that we collected over 406,000 pounds of food.
Beverly gives everything she has, and what she has is a huge heart.
This ain't nothing but a hallelujah.
Whoa.